I'm the son of Brad because everyone hates the bassist, and I hate everyone more.
I'm the son of Pride because I'm the lead singer and I'm better than all of you.
And I'm the son of Lust.
Bloodlust.
Wow.
Alright, so,
We're gonna talk about bands that completely change genres, change their names. Well, not change their names, but mainly change genres. What's the start?
alright, do we want to start with what sucks or what improved in the change?
Fuck it, let's talk about Korn.
Okay.
Alright, Korn went from being industrial, new metal, to fucking dubstep! Dubstep!
God damn it! I told you not to download new programs for the fucking Dragon Force robot. He's playing country now.
What the fuck are you
Hey,
saying?
it's not my fault he got fucking treasured horse, okay?
It's not your looking up the fucking fathoming. It's not your fault.
Hey, all I have to say is J-Lo. That's all I gotta say.
Anyway,
That's all you
so
gotta say, really.
yeah, Korn, they changed their sound incredibly drastically. I mean, their original sound pretty good. You know, went up to like Follow the Leader, Take a Look in the Mirror.
Yeah.
Still sounded really good.
Talk later.
And then they got fucking Skrillex on the record.
Whoa. Which was a mistake in and of itself.
You got something to say about that?
Yeah, I do actually.
What, your mom having you?
Yeah.
Ah!
Fucking this generation, fucking everybody likes Skrillex when he's probably one of the worst dubstep musicians because he's definitely not an artist. I don't like him. And fucking
Does your mom like him?
no.
Does your dad like
She
him?
actually hates electronica, and no, both my parents hate.
Your parents?
They're hardcore
I
Christians.
just assumed that you congealed in some cesspool.
Well, I mean,
Anyways,
Does your
so anyways, I mean,
Let me cut in here.
the Dragon Force robot can speak.
what the fuck? What did this happen? I really fucked this shit up. You.
EDM music isn't just Skrillex. It's country too.
wait, what?
I don't think we can argue with that. He might be a term speaker. Anyway,
Come here, Arnold!
Get to the top.
so I mean, I don't understand it. Like, Korn did the Untitled album, and it was weird. It was like a really out there kind of idea for them, but it worked to a certain degree. And then for them to go from that to doing songs like Oildale, and then having fucking Skrillex featuring on their entire album doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Alright. Now to regress from the Super CD album. Did you just bring a string? Man, I really fucked up this robot.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you did a number on it.
The next album, luckily did not feature Skrillex, had the original guitarist head, and he had no fucking input!
I mean,
I think you really hit the nail on that.
it's to be expected though, because Head still did talk shit about them back in the day. I can't lament them doing that specifically, but the direction that they went in as a whole, from the moment that Head left, they were diverging their sound completely from what they were to begin with.
Wait, sorry, not follow. Remember where you came from? When it was an average album. I'll say that. Wait. They had not diverged into the ethical realm that is dubstep.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like when they did the album with Coming Undone, Coming Undone was not a bad song. It was very heavy in its synthetic work, and they did interesting new things with it, and it just kind of evolved their sound. Clearly, they're capable of having synth work in their songs without destroying them. So it was a conscious decision by the members of Korn to shift their music up. And then they got Head back so that he can be dragged down by their bullshit.
And then they lost Building.
You want to move on to the next band?
Wait, I have a better to say. Christianity is a hell of a drug. It's spreads really quick.
Cocaine.
did you download?
Did you download a beach pack? Like,
Avenged Sevenfold was the next one we were going to talk about. We've already gone over it a little bit ever since. Yeah.
There.
All right. So I'm gonna start on a high note. They just re-released. What was it?
Oh, they re-released Breaking the Fallen.
Yeah.
Good thing.
The Resurrection. Breaking the Fallen Resurrection.
Which is a great comeback from having possibly one of the shittiest albums you can even possibly consider as hard rock or metal.
And now he's learned to speak.
So yeah, their last album wasn't that bad, but they definitely did change their sound a lot.
Well, for one, they got a new drummer.
Yes.
The Rev made that thing.
I mean, this is
You're
true.
Wait. I got the fucking machine from Dragon Force that has a fucking virus. So you're saying Sinister and fucking Johnny Christ and fucking M. Chaz did not make the band at all. That is what you are saying.
I'm saying without the Rev, it's not even simple.
But you just said
I
the
agree
Rev
with them on that though.
made.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Because it's like an old standard in bands. They can quite right. When you lose one member of the original setup, you fuck it all up. I mean, there's exceptions, of course. I mean, Iron Maiden, for instance, when they got Bruce Dickinson, they only improved. But that's the exception that proves the rule.
But you said quite right. Please remember maybe words. But yeah. Quite right. First class. Motherfucking Randy Rhoads of Ozzy Osbourne. And then they came out with Come Feel the Noise and Bang Your Head and Mental Health, which are not great tracks, but they are
But that's
good.
the thing. They're not great tracks like they first released.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm getting at.
Can you name a song where fucking Randy Rhoads is on quite right? That's what I thought.
Anyways, Avenged Sevenfold still doing good things. Their latest album wasn't completely terrible. It wasn't completely good.
Go ahead, say what you feel.
But you know, it's not as good as some of their earlier stuff. And
Breaking the Fallen
but you know, and that's why re-releasing is such a good thing. Is that they're getting back to their roots. I'm hoping that's a sign.
I hope this is a realization.
Because Avenged Sevenfold is one of those bands that doesn't need to change their sound.
They're perfect the way they were.
Yeah, and I mean, again, back to the point I made in the previous videos, that they need to realize that they can move on without the Rev. I mean, sure, he was a big part of their sound.
And it will be hard, but they can do it.
I mean, if Fire Riot can move on from Randy Rhoads,
I'm not even gonna go with Fire Right. Motherfucking AC/DC.
yeah.
Came out with Back in Black right after the fucking vocalist died. Right after the vocalist died.
See, that's the thing. You gotta find a band member that has the same talent, plays the same way. Like Sublime with Rome, they don't sound the same.
Yeah, that's true. I saw them in Houston a while back in the pre-show. It's different, but at the same time, the spirit is there, so they've endured. They're still doing all right.
I mean, look at Killswitch Engage. Their
Yeah.
last lead singer, they sound the same.
It's a great
Simply
point.
because he has the same musical style and he sounds somewhat like the vocalist. So
you know, I think that their latest album was definitely an experimentation. They're trying to find what their new sound is going to be without the Rev.
And lack of some vocals.
But, you know, as it stands, my personal opinion, and this in no way reflects my opinion of the band as a whole, the latest album wasn't that great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
As to the point of bands that transition into something much, much better, would you like to go with the classic one? Hair metal is never a good thing. It's not. Fuck you. When Pantera,
Panther.
they're not even a real band. Fuck you. They're not. They're not a real band. Anyway,
So why did you say no comment if you have something to say?
when you say hair metal, what do you mean?
you know,
Like
You're
80s
saying
metal
Poison.
that had long hair?
So
Poison or like
any-
Motley Crue, shit like that.
We're saying Motley Crue was not good at all.
Poison was great. What are you talking?
Anyways, Pantera's transition to actual metal was legitimately the greatest thing that they could have done. Their years of touring far and away from what they originated as are the reason they're remembered. Nobody wants to remember them in those fucking tight ass spandex with perms. Okay? Like that is a good decision. And I really hope that some of these really shitty bands that we have now can, you know, look back on their ancestors and understand that they don't have to be shitty. They can do something better.
Alright. Next topic.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
Alright.
OPED. The controversial topic. Since like half the fucking metal fans think that it's fucking blasphemy that they started doing acoustic stuff. Despite the fact that they released an album way ass back in the day before doing Watershed that was fully acoustic. And it was one of their best albums.
Alright. You misunderstood. I said next band. Okay.
I got one. Slayer or Metallica?
Alright.
I don't think that's
Alright.
really a comparison.
As far as the Metallica thing goes,
Good point.
Lulu is a shitty fucking album. Anyone who disagrees, get the fuck off this page.
I don't even think it's a change of genre though. It's a fucking ego throwing. You can literally see Metallica getting full of themselves. You can actually watch through their albums the progression of their ass getting their head going further up their ass. Right?
So Lulu, like, their ass was tracking back to their head.
Yes. Like they've gone full circle. Right?
Oh my god.
But no, back to OPEP has done incredibly well. I'm only halfway through Hell Communion, I will admit, but Hell Communion is a really great continuation of what they did with Heritage, which I already thought was probably their second best album. Ghost Reverie is always going to be my favorite from them, and it is kind of a shame that Nickel Agerfield is not doing death metal anymore because his vocals were really, really good. But even on Ghost Reveries, he did clean vocals, and it was one of the most amazing parts about it, especially the title track, Ghost Perdition. I mean, when it gets to that slow looking part, right in the middle of the song, it's probably the reason why I got into the band in the first place. And I overall think that's a good transition. And In Flames doing that fully acoustic show, I think could be a really great transition for them.
But that's In Flames.
Are you saying that OPED is on the same level?
I'm not saying that. I am saying In Flames is a completely different topic.
Alright,
They have not released an acoustic album.
yeah, but I'm hoping that maybe somewhere down the line they'll actually do it. Or hell, maybe this next album will actually have some acoustic tracks on it, which I think would be really great. Because, you know, going back to Come Clarity, he clean vocals on several tracks and it sounded really good. Yeah. So, would you like to talk about the retarded topic of the week?
Right?
I was talking about the one that happened the same day, one that neither one of us want to talk about, but
How about you?
that's true.
Fuck it, bring it up!
Chimera broke up in the dumbest fucking way possible.
I don't want to be the freaking page that says, I don't want to be the man that says, rest in peace, Chimera, or fucking, Chimera is dead. All I'm gonna say is, if anyone in the band from Chimera is watching this, take your time, figure shit out. First of all, because I personally hope y'all come back. I'm a fan.
You know, honestly, away from American metal, Chimera was always a bad burner in this fucking band.
But they're one of the bands that did say truly industrial.
I mean, I guess.
Because you cannot say NIN Nine Inch for anyone who didn't get that reference. Did not say industrial. And Korn sure as hell did not say industrial. And look what happened to them.
Yeah, but then we can go back to Mastodon, one of the other new wave of American metal bands I've already talked about. Their transition to the Hunter and Once More Around the Sun was a good thing. While they haven't changed their sound entirely, they've progressed and evolved and become more adult as a band. they've actually done something good with their music. Chimera did the same shit for album after album. I really don't care that they're gone. I mean, no offense, but
I'm so heartbroken of this. Well, I'm confused here. You guys are bashing on bands that try to change their sound, but yet you're bashing on bands that stay the same sound.
oh god, it's becoming self-aware. You realize human hypocrisy!
Well, this is virus live!
Oh fuck. So from BrutaliTV, if you guys don't see us again, we probably been murdered by a robot. You might want to go and find Sarah Connor.
Or just go look at that email and be like,
And as always, fuck you.
Brutal!